Welcome to BioGlobe. If you like this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Today we are going to discuss the topic aquatic environment. Myself, Mohammad Jasil A, Assistant Professor of Microbiology, Marcus Arts and Science College, Adavanad. Aquatic ecosystem. An aquatic ecosystem is an ecosystem in a body of water. Communities of organisms that are dependent on each other and on their environment live in aquatic ecosystems. Aquatic ecosystems contains communities of organisms that are dependent on each other in their environment. What are the types of aquatic ecosystem? There are mainly two main types of aquatic ecosystems are present. The main types of aquatic ecosystems are marine ecosystems and freshwater ecosystems. First one, marine ecosystems. Marine ecosystems cover approximately 71% of the earth's surface and it contain approximately 97% of planet's water. They are distinguished from freshwater ecosystems by the presence of salts in the water. That is the difference between freshwater and marine water. That is the presence of salt in the water. Approximately 85% of the dissolved materials in seawater are sodium and chlorine. Marine ecosystems can be divided into many zones depending upon water depth and shoreline features. The oceanic zone is the vast open part of the ocean where animals such as whales, sharks, and tuna live. First zone is oceanic zone. Second one, the benthic zone consists of substrates below water where many invertebrates live. Then the intertidal zone is the area between high and low tides. It is termed as the littoral zone. Another zone is known as neritic zone, that is near shore zone. It can include estuaries, salt marshes, coral reefs, lagoons, and mangrove swamps. Classes of organisms found in marine ecosystems include algae, dinoflagellates, corals, cephalopods, sharks, and echinoderms. Fishes caught in marine environment are the biggest source of commercial foods obtained from wild populations. Environmental problems concerning marine ecosystems include unsustainable exploitation of marine resources. For example, overfishing of certain species, that is a problem of marine ecosystem. The next problem is marine pollution, then climate change and building on coastal areas. This is the picture of representation of marine ecosystems. Then second one, freshwater ecosystems. Freshwater ecosystems cover 0.80% of the earth's surface and inhabit 0.009% of its total water. Freshwater ecosystems contain 41% of the world's non-fish species. There are three basic types of freshwater ecosystems. First one, lentic. They are slow moving water bodies like ponds and lakes. Then lotic. They are faster moving water bodies like streams and rivers. Then wetlands. They are the areas where the soil is saturated or inundated for some of the time. Lentic or lake ecosystem. They can be divided into different zones. Littoral zone. It is a shallow zone near the shore region. This is where rooted wetland plants occur. That is in lentic ecosystem. The offshore is divided into two zones. First one, an open water zone. Second one, a deep water zone. In the open water zone, sunlight supports algae and the species that feed upon them. In the deep water zone, sunlight is not available and the food web is based on detritus entering from the littoral and photic zones. The production of the lake as a whole is the result of production from plants growing in the littoral zone, combined with production from plankton growing in the open water. Wetlands can be part of the lending system as they form naturally along most lake shores. The width of the wetland and littoral zone is being depend upon the slopes of the shoreline and the amount of natural change in water levels within and among years. Often dead trees accumulate in these zones either from windfalls on the shore or logs transported to the site during floods. This woody debris provides important habitat for fish and nesting birds as well as protecting shorelines from erosion. Two important subclasses of lakes are first one ponds and second one water reservoirs. Over long periods of time, lakes may gradually become enriched by nutrients and slowly fill in with organic sediments. When humans use the watershed, the volumes of sediment entering the lake can accelerate this process. The addition of sediments and nutrients to the lake is known as eutrophication. It is the enrichment of water bodies with nutrients and forming the excessive growth of algae, that is known as eutrophication or algal bloom. The ponds are small bodies of fresh water with shallow and still water, marsh and aquatic plants. They can be further divided into four zones. Ponds can be further divided into four zones. First one, vegetation zone, open water, bottom mud and surface films. The size and depth of ponds often varies greatly with time of year. Many ponds are produced by spring flooding from rivers. There is usually a diverse array of aquatic life with algae, snail, fish, beetles, water bugs, frogs, turtles, otters, and muskrats. Top predators may include large fish, herons, or alligators. Since fish are a major predator or upon amphibian larvae, ponds that dry up each year, often known as vernal pools, thereby killing resident fish, provide important refuge for amphibian breeding. Some ponds are produced by animal activity, including alligator holes and beaver ponds, and these add important diversity to landscapes. This is the structure of lake ecosystem. This is the figure of lake ecosystem in symbolical representation. The next ecosystem that is known as lotic or river ecosystem. The major zones in river ecosystems are determined by the river bed's gradient or by the velocity of the current. Faster moving turbulent water typically contains greater dissolved oxygen, which supports greater biodiversity than the slow moving water. These form the basis for the division of rivers into upland and lowland rivers. Environmental threats to rivers include first one, loss of water and dams, chemical pollution and introduced species. These are the threats of rivers. A dam produces negative effects that continue down the watershed. The most important negative shades are the reduction of spring flooding, which damages wetlands, and the retention of sediment, which leads to the loss of deltaic wetlands. This is a pictorial representation of lotic ecosystem. This is a picture of river or lotic ecosystem. Then last one, wetlands. Wetlands are dominated by vascular plants that have adapted to saturated soil. There are four main types of wetlands. First one, swamp. Second one, marsh. Third one, fen and bog. Wetlands are the most productive natural ecosystems in the world because of the proximity of water and soil. Hence, they support large numbers of plants and animal species. Wetlands are often converted into dry land with dikes and drains used for agriculture purposes. The construction of dikes and dams has negative consequences for individual wetlands and entire watersheds. Their closeness to lakes and rivers means that they are often developed for human settlement. Once settlements are constructed and protected by dikes, the settlements then become vulnerable to land subsidence and ever increasing risk of flooding. This is a picture of a wetland. Functions of aquatic ecosystem. What are the major functions of aquatic ecosystems? Aquatic ecosystems perform important environmental functions. First one, they recycle nutrients. Second one, purify water. Then third one, attenuate floods, recharge groundwater and provide a good habitats for wildlife. Aquatic ecosystems are also used for human recreational or very important to the tourism industry, especially in coastal regions. What are the threat to the aquatic ecosystems? The stress on an aquatic ecosystem can be a result of physical stress, chemical or biological alterations of the environment. The physical alterations include changes in water temperature, water flow and light availability. What are the chemical alterations? It include changes in the loading rates of biostimulatory nutrients, oxygen consuming materials and toxins. What are the biological alterations? Biological alterations include over harvesting of commercial species and the introduction of exotic species. Solutions to the threats. First one, development of recreational zones by developing gardens, parks and introduction of water sports, reducing the pollution of the lake and improving the water quality by desiltation, bioremediation and through various measures such as flap gates, construction of dhobi guts and toilets, watershed management techniques, etc. Flap gates means drainage pipe like equipment. Then dhobi guts means laundry. Planting trees and creating gardens, installing docks, deploying boats and canoes. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please share and subscribe.